Hello students, welcome to the eighth video lecture on the topic biomolecules. In last video, that is in seventh video, we have studied introductory part of proteins. So you know that proteins are complex nitrogen containing organic polymers which yield alpha amino acids on hydrolysis. So proteins are made up of from alpha amino acids. So I represent here, these are proteins. When proteins undergo hydrolysis, they give large number of alpha amino acids. So this is tetravalent carbon, here is hydrogen, here is alkyl or aryl group, here is carboxyl group COOH, here is amino group, basic group, primary amino group. So this compound is alpha amino acid, alpha amino acid. It contains two functional groups. COOH group is carboxyl group, that is acidic group, and NH2 group is amino group, that is basic group. The carbon attached to carboxyl group is alpha carbon. To this alpha carbon, amino group is attached, therefore it is known as alpha amino acid. Proteins on hydrolysis give near about 30 alpha amino acids, out of which 20 are common. Amino acids which are synthesized in the body are called non-essential alpha amino acids. Amino acids which are not synthesized in the body are called essential amino acids and they are supplied through the diet. So all these things we have studied in last period or in last video. Here I represent N molecules of alpha amino acid. Proteins are polymers. They contain amide linkage, C double bond O NH linkage. This is amide linkage or peptide linkage. After finishing this, I am going to explain D and L configuration. According to Fischer projection, a symmetric carbon atom is denoted by crossed lines. Here is carboxyl group, here is amino group, here is hydrogen, and here is alkyl or aryl group. So this is the representation of alpha amino acid by Fischer projection. I draw here its non-superimposable mirror image. Here is carboxyl group, here is alkyl group, on this side NH2 group, and here is hydrogen. This is chiral carbon atom, asymmetric carbon atom. Remember, when the NH2 group in alpha amino acid points to the right, then it is called D amino acid. D amino acid. When NH2 group in alpha amino acid points to the left, it is called L amino acid. L amino acid. The amino acids obtained by hydrolysis of protein have L configuration. Amino acids obtained by hydrolysis of proteins have L configuration. All amino acids are optically active except glycine. So amino acids are colorless, crystalline, soluble in water and have high melting points. I repeat once again. Amino acids found in protein are colorless, crystalline, soluble in water and have high melting points. So this is about D and L configuration. Remember, when NH2 group is present on the right hand side, it is called D amino acid. When NH2 group is present on the left hand side, it is called L amino acid. After completing this, I explain one more important term known as Zwitter ion. So the concept of Zwitter ion I am going to explain. Try to understand carefully. Here I represent tetravalent carbon. I write here carbon atom, tetravalent carbon. Here is COOH group. Here is amino group. Here is hydrogen and here is R. This is alpha amino acid. In aqueous solution, alpha amino acid behaves like salt. So I repeat, in aqueous solution, alpha amino acid behaves like salt. And here the salt is produced like this. This carboxyl group donates proton. When carboxyl group donates proton, it gets converted into carboxylate ion, and this NH2 group accepts proton and gets converted into NH3 plus group. So doubly charged ion is produced. H and R remains as it is. This ion is called Zwitter ion. This is Zwitter ion. Such doubly charged ion formed by transfer of proton from carboxyl group to NH2 group is called Zwitter ion. So it is important point as far as examination is concerned. Next point I am going to represent. Look here, R is equal to R. This R may be hydrogen, may be methyl group, may be isopropyl group, CH3-CH, may be isobutyl group, CH3-CH2. Here CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, this group. R is equal to maybe hydrogen, methyl, isopropyl, isobutyl or secondary butyl group. So there are about 30 amino acids. It is not necessary to remember all the names and formulae of all alpha amino acids. We are going to study some important alpha amino acids. When R is equal to hydrogen, this is called glycine. It is denoted by 3 letters gly and 1 letter G. R is equal to CH3, it is called alanine. It is represented by first 3 letters ALA and the symbol A is used to represent alanine. This is phthalate. When isopropyl group is present, it is known as phthalate. It is denoted by 3 letter symbol PAL and symbol Phe is used to represent phthalate. When R is equal to isobutyl group, this is called leucine. It is denoted by first 3 letters LEU. Capital L is used to denote leucine. When R is equal to this group is present, it is called isoleucine. And it is denoted by ILE and capital letter I is used. Symbol I is used to isoleucine. If R is equal to NH2 CH2 4 times, then it is called lysine. It is denoted by letter LYS. Here in leucine, first letter is L. In lysine, first letter is L. Therefore, it is denoted by symbol K. K is used to denote lysine. So, in this way, some alpha amino acids can be represented. If it is clear, you remember only few examples. पुस्तकामध्ये एक टेबल दिलेला आहे, त्या टेबलमध्ये 20 अल्फा अमिनो ॲसिड्स दिलेले आहेत. इसेन्शियल अमिनो ॲसिड म्हणजे काय सांगितलंय, नॉन इसेन्शियल अमिनो ॲसिड म्हणजे काय सांगितलंय. त्यांची सगळी नावं किंवा फॉर्म्युली लक्षात ठेवणं गरजेचं नाही किंवा ते शक्य पण नाही. तर काही एक्झाम्पल्स या ठिकाणी मी दिलेले आहेत. तर अशा पद्धतीनं झ्विटर आयनच्या संदर्भात आणि अल्फा अमिनो ॲसिडच्या संदर्भात सांगता येईल. हे पहा R इज इक्वल टू H ज्यावेळी असेल त्यावेळी त्याचं नाव ग्लायसिन असते. R इज इक्वल टू जर H असेल when R is equal to hydrogen then it is called glycine, and this is not optically active because here is hydrogen, here is hydrogen. In glycine carbon is not attached to 4 different atoms or groups, therefore glycine is optically inactive, whereas all alpha amino acids are optically active which are present in protein. So this is one important point. After finishing this, I am going to explain what is peptide linkage and how is it formed. So try to understand one important point we are going to study. So here I write tetravalent carbon, tetravalent carbon. Here is carboxyl group. On left hand side NH2 group is present. Here is hydrogen and here is R. This is alpha amino acid, alpha amino acid, plus R may be same or different, R dash, R double dash, etc. I represent another molecule of alpha amino acid. Here is H, R dash, COOH, NH2 group. This is alpha amino acid. Two alpha amino acids combine together with the elimination of water molecule. Water is removed. This OH and one hydrogen combines to produce water molecule and linkage CONH is produced. CONH is produced. I represent here NH2 C H R CONH C H R COOH. This linkage is called peptide linkage. Here is R dash and the new compound produced is called dipeptide. Dipeptide. Dipeptide contains free COOH group as well as free NH2 group. Free COOH group is called C-terminal, and where free NH2 group is present is called N-terminal. A dipeptide contains free NH2 group and free COOH group. Therefore, it can form tripeptide, tetrapeptide, pentapeptide. Like this, polypeptide or protein is produced. Protein is polypeptides formed by alpha amino acids which contain more than 100 alpha amino acids. So this is about formation of dipeptide. So the linkage CONH present in protein is called peptide linkage. It is formed by elimination of water molecule when two alpha amino acids combine. Combination of two alpha amino acid forms dipeptide. Combination of three alpha amino acids form tripeptide. Combination of four alpha amino acids form tetrapeptide. Combination of more than 10 alpha amino acids form polypeptide. I also told you about C terminal and N terminal. Free NH2 at the end where NH2 group is present is called N terminal. The end where COOH group is present is called C terminal. If it is clear, then I explain next point. One more thing I want to make clear here, instead of R, I take hydrogen. This is glycine. And instead of R dash, I take CS3, alanine. Glycine combines with alanine and the product produced is like this. Here is hydrogen and here is methyl group. The name of the product is glycyl alanine. This is dipeptide. It is formed by combination of glycine and alanine. So remember, the only alpha amino acid which is optically inactive, that is glycine. एका मार्काला प्रश्न विचारला जाईल, which alpha amino acid is optically inactive? Glycine is optically inactive. So this is about peptide linkage, dipeptide, polypeptide, etc. I am going to explain the next point, classification of proteins. So here I write proteins. Proteins are divided into two types according to their shapes. One is globular proteins. And another is fibrous proteins. So on the shape of protein molecule, proteins are classified into two types, globular proteins and fibrous proteins. Globular proteins have spherical, elliptical or oval shape. Globular proteins have spherical shape. They are formed by coiling of polypeptide chain. By coiling of polypeptide chain, they are soluble in water. They are soluble in water. Their examples are egg, albumin, serum albumin, albumin, globulin and insulin are the examples of globular proteins. After this, fibrous proteins. These proteins have long thread-like or rod-like structure. These proteins have long thread-like or rod-like structure. They are formed from polypeptide chains in which polypeptide chains are lie side by side. In fibrous proteins, polypeptide chains forms side by side and in which hydrogen bonds or disulfide bonds are present. Fibrous proteins are insoluble in water. Fibrous proteins are insoluble in water. Examples I give here. Keratin is the protein present in hair, nail, etc. Keratin. Silk contains fibroin. Fibroin present in silk is the example of fibrous protein. Myosin present in muscles. So this is about classification of proteins on the basis of their shape. Then we are going to study structure of protein, denaturation of proteins and some information about enzymes, not today but in next video. Thank you so much.